Yeah, Priest got a bunch of new Reborn synergy cards in the new class set, which can do things like resurrect and copy your Reborn minions. And I think really the best Reborn minions in the game already belong to Priest, thanks to Solitas Cycles Rebirth, the quest reward for Priest. Summoning 2 of these 8/8 taunt reborns with this death rattle in particular. And if you activate this death rattle a bunch, you can kill opponents with ease. And some of the new cards like Raith, resummoning those means, you know, not only do you get a crazy giant board of reborn 8/8s, but you also sometimes just get to hit them for that extra pings of damage. But you also have Slime'em in the mix now too, which can destroy those 8/8s for you, sending off damage that goes to face because it also wipes your opponent's board, right? So it's like a way to isolate that damage. But then also you get that 3-cost spell that can resummon, and you just get another wave of your giant 8/8 Solitos's, which is crazy. Like, that is absolutely obscene. So between those 2 cards, you have ways to just kind of make like wave after wave after wave of Solitas, which most decks just simply cannot keep up with. So it becomes this really cool win condition. Now, I also wanted to test some of the other Reborn cards in this deck. I'm not as convinced that these are a good fit for Quest Priest. Weirdly, I think they're probably okay cards outside of Quest Priest. I almost wonder if there's some kind of like tempo Reborn deck that's decent, but they kind of pollute your pool a little bit on Raith Van Geist. I'm speaking of Follow the Ghosts and the Lingering Spirit. Also, I just don't know how much they really add to this deck. Like, it's kind of nice to have a cheap shadow spell for your quest. This guy's kind of like a defensive piloted shredder that's also not terrible off Wraith, and, you know, has some certainly some plays that are decent off like Schism too or whatever. Sometimes you just need bodies in place. I didn't hate them or anything. I don't think they were actively bad. I just don't think they necessarily added to the win condition. I might have preferred like more card draw. There's also the new 3-drop in here, which I think weirdly is one of the better cards of this package, but I had so many things already that needed to have a minion on board, and this one is even more conditional. It needs to have a minion on board with Reborn to be good, because there's so many targeted spells in here, like Hold Them Off, Schism. I put Haunt in the mix as a new card, and you got Mend and Power Word Shield, which, you know, these don't necessarily feel too bad to use on opponents' minions, but still, you need a lot of targeted stuff. I didn't want to add yet another one into the mix, so that's not a slight against this card, just kind of trying to squeeze in as much as I could without totally breaking things. And frankly, the deck still occasionally felt like I had way too many targeted things. Like, I just had boards where I just hands where I just didn't have anything to hit with Haunt or whatever, and it felt kind of weird. So ultimately, I do not think the way I have structured this is a huge improvement over Quest Priest necessarily, even though I do think both Wraith and Slime'em are pretty cool tools and create like almost these OTK vibes, or at least like multi-turn kill vibes, where you just kind of create a 2 or 3 turn window where it's just so much stuff they can't keep up, which you'll see in this video. So I wouldn't roll with this exact list, but I do think Quest Priest, a deck that was kind of already teetering right on the edge of viability with win rates right around 50%, I do think these could make Quest Priest better. I think there's enough, you know, bomb here, basically a bomb potential here, that we might see a little bump to Quest Priest win rate with things like Wraith and Slime'em in particular. So anyway, enjoy some of the absolutely silly win conditions you're going to see from this deck. All right, do we keep the Haunt? I mean, in theory, I think it's kind of, I don't even know how much we really need the Haunt, to be honest. It's maybe a little bit overkill with something like Schism. You know, like too many targeted buffs, basically. I don't have that many early bodies. But I wanted to run the new card, obviously, and it's tough to figure out exactly how hard you want to shift the deck. I did add Lingering Spirit. I did add Haunt. I did add Follow the Ghost. So like Follow the Ghost obviously could be some bodies that you kind of reload on with later. Let's go ahead and use the Holy Embrace just to advance quest. The real goal here, right, is going to be finish quest. It's going to be Slime'em quest, Schism quest. I mean, maybe Haunt if you know, lose the top half of a quest body. But I think, you know, just prioritizing quest completion as much as possible is going to be the real goal. And the good news is we will totally keep that an insane 5/5. You know, the good news is Haunt does help you finish quest as a shadow. So does Follow the Ghost. Actually, kind of the most shadowy spells I think we've really seen in many ways. Lingering Spirit's awesome. Dark Embrace is face damage. I did cut the Ruby Sanctum location, which can lead to a lot of damage with both of the embraces. But I thought, you know, if we're really leaning into quest, it's going to be pumping out insane amounts of damage anyway off the quest, guys. So hopefully it doesn't feel like we need that, right? Opponent, by the way, just drawing 1,000,000 cards right now. I don't have the Silence and Destroy. I also had to cut that, so any kind of big taunt is perhaps legitimately annoying. You know, Dark Embrace, whatever. There's ways to get through it, but not as perhaps easily as we'd like. So Follow the Ghost, yeah, we can rip this. Something's gonna get the its Power Word. Shield gets it. Okay, give me another one. This is a great hand for this, by the way. And then Dark Embrace gets it. Okay, sure, man. Yeah, we'll just punch through this thing. Not the cleanest math, but not too bad. And we're just, like we said, still advancing quests. Pretty sticky and annoying board here. Opponent's grooving through a farm. We're moving, right? We're at 2 and 2. So Holy could easily be done next turn. Board is also just, you know, intimidating. They have to think about this board. It's not a free board. Even that's not the craziest board. Now, I think the real question is, right, like, do we want all these 2/1s in the pool for Raith? That's gonna be the question, right? Like, I've already kind of poisoned the pool for Raith. Like, would I rather him be, you know, isolated? How much, in other words, do you sort of value the tempo here versus value all that later? Totally reasonable question. I have no idea the answer. Holy is done. Shadow is not done. We can deal 3 to a random enemy like this, I guess. That's another kind of poison pool. That's why I pulled Umbra out, by the way. Go face or hit body? Face. 1 cost Shadow Spell again, please. It would be amazing. No, but he's Triumph. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go face again. Yeah. Let's make him have to deal with this. Like, particularly like 10 is an interesting breakpoint because, you know, those deal 5s off the quest, like, just eventually are gonna go face, right? Like, something's gonna hit face at some point, right? Like, they gotta think about it. Deal 3 face again. Yeah, dude, that's just a lot of little chip damage always. That guy is annoying. We could Medivh's Triumph through all this, I guess. Feels a little weird. Wish this was a shadow spell. Medivh, why couldn't you have turned to evil? Haunt is a shadow spell, but it's not necessarily what I want to use right now. I mean, maybe it's actually okay, though. We still have the Medivh's Triumph for later. This is taunt, you know, quest is done. So next turn is quest. And you don't have Slime'em yet, but 9 cost quest Slime'em would be insane. 12 cost would be even more insane. I don't think we're getting a 12 cost version, but it would be insane. But we can go Solitas Medivh's to clear here, I guess, right? That's another angle. Double Medivh's, that is. And that also fully, I mean, that actually just would be lethal, wouldn't it? If it fully clears anyway. I guess that's just gonna be like lethal-ish, which is shocking and crazy. Okay, yeah, I think. Oh, actually, no, that thing's gonna. It's not guaranteed to be a lethal. No, it's not guaranteed to be a lethal. It's but I'm gonna do it anyway because I got Raith coming back, right? It's still a really good play. And they actually have to solve the back half of these guys anyway, right? So, like, it could be lethal number 1, and if it's not lethal, they're down to 4 and have 2 dudes, and I have Raith coming back. So it's like, what do you do? This game's, it's been crazy, dude. Okay, that looks scary, but actually, we just have lethal off the Schism here, but I'm absolutely just going to Raith, because it's way cooler. I have 3 of those dudes in, like, I have a lot of Reborn dudes. Okay, I'm gonna do this the funny way, right? Like I said, I have a guaranteed lethal. I'm gonna do it the funny way, though. Like, give me a break, I don't care. Surely this is also lethal, right? We only hit 1 of the guys! No! Well, we hit both, but okay. Dang it, dude, we needed that to come out, like, later, right? We needed the 2 ones to hit the to hit the body first so that it died on that swing. The fact that oh, that's just lethal, right? Yeah, okay. we needed to like soften it with any of the 2-1s first. This is what I was talking about with those 2-1s, right though? Do you want them to poison the deck? Now, the question is like, would we have been in a winning position without that though? You know, like that was something that put the opponent on the back foot a lot. Probably didn't really make a difference this game, but I could imagine, you know, some hunter matchups or something where those 2-1s on board are really, really important. So it's about finding that balance, and I certainly don't know. We're not going to find out today. I'm not going to be the guy who figures that out. Data is going to be the guy who figures that out. Not Data from Star Trek, but Data the, you know, we need numbers. We need experience to know for sure. So I don't know. That'll get solved. All right, yeah, let's do better. Power word shield, we need bodies for. There's some bodies, okay. Now, too many follow the ghosts, though. Again, I don't know. Do we value the tempo more? Do we value, preserving a Wraith? That might even be matchup dependent to some extent, where it just like depends on how aggressive the opponent is and all that stuff. Whoa, Quest Demon Hunter. I saw somebody, I think it was a Blizzard employee, talking about their Quest Demon Hunter run. Having some good legend run with Quest Demon Hunter. It's so funny, like anytime a meta shakes up, like Quest is just like, oh, let's go back to quests. You know, they have such a kind of predefined win condition and like built-in reliability or whatever that I think, you know, it's like Quest Hunter pop back up. I think Quest Priest could pop back up with this stuff. Quest Demon Hunter apparently popping back up. I don't think Quest Rogue's gonna make the cut, but hey, you never know, man. It's pretty great Proxygars already. Turns off my Haunt as well. Oh no, hold up, never mind. Nope, never mind. We got a Reborn guy. Just kidding, does not turn off my Haunt. That's perfect. It is gonna again put another Reborn target in the pool, but I'm just happy to be finishing my quest a little sooner. Schism also right now is really cool on this if it survives. It's not gonna survive, but I guess maybe you just go other Schism then. Just keeping a lot of dudes in play here. I don't know, I would really rather do almost anything than just play more Schisms or whatever. They are gonna kill it this time, which is tough because I am now out of minions. Looking at this hand, I'm sort of realizing just how like, they've poisoned my pool here, but I have nothing else to do, guys. It's like, is it worth it just to get a shadow spell down? Maybe not. I don't know. Drawing them a card seems bad. I don't know. I got a lot of like minion based stuff because I'm trying to target the quest cards later. I might need more minions, right? Just particularly bad draw on minions, but I just don't have that many. I need like a Lingering Spirit or whatever. Passing turn 4 is not good. I mean, Soothsayers I'm also kind of playing early sometimes or preparing, so I think it's gonna be okay. This is the first game it's felt like we had too many buffs and not enough dudes, and here we go again. Oh my god. Okay, 2 straight turns of hero power pass. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna let one game color my opinion too hard, but it you know, this is obviously a day 1 build. I don't know. I added in a card like Haunt, but I also added in Follow the Ghost to summon. You know, I think I cut a minion or 2, but I only added 1 buff card. So I don't know. In other words, like, how different is this from normal for this deck's experience? I don't know. It also has Hold Them Off. Like, it has a lot of buffs already, so it might not be that it's like it's too many necessarily. It might just be like, you know, it's that's just how it goes. Sunbloom and another Haunt. Oh my god. All right, screw it. I'm drawing them a card. I don't care. I'm just trying to finish quest ASAP, right? Like, I just need to finish quest. So I'm at 3 and 2. Next turn we can go Holy for sure, finish easy if we want. Shadow a little less likely, but I mean, not impossible to do all of them, I guess. Like, we have the mana. We could just give one of their minions Reborn and Taunt if we really wanted to finish quest, like, you know, ASAP, which, boy, I wouldn't love it, but it might be worth the conversation. You know, who cares if they have a 2/3 Reborn Taunt buff? Like, I'm not that worried about it. I don't really want them having a ton of extra damage, but they're kind of getting the slow run on their Dread Seeds so far, so that's sort of nice. This one's a bit faster, but also not too hard to clean up. I mean, let's just see where Sunbloom goes, right? That's gonna be the... Well, okay, actually now we have another shadow spell as well, so... Ghosts. Well, you can Medivh's first, I guess. So you don't kill your own ghosts. Ghosts. Sunbloom. Oh, bro. No, we gotta save that, but that's like kind of sick, actually. Like, I don't know, that's like kind of sick. Soothsayer prep here, probably, yeah. I actually don't hate hero power for the record, but Soothsayer prep at 4. Like, you can actually go like Solitas Haunt, but it's not really good yet. You want to kind of save that for 9. So you could maybe go Soothsayer next turn, right? Like, I might actually need that life gain. I don't know. I threw away my Medivh's just to finish quests, so I don't really have an AoE to answer these boards. Soothsayer Schism is also insane, and Soothsayer Haunt is also insane, so it just kind of depends, right? I also need to be, like, not dead, you know. There's gonna be that whole side of it. So Soothsayers with copied, like a copied Soothsayer seems pretty great at being not dead. I honestly don't even remember what the quest does. I gotta think. Oh yeah, Garishi Colossus. You deal 2 more, so they could kind of pop me for 4 a bunch. Opponent is a relatively recent legend level player, which after a comment on YouTube this week, I have to remind you guys again. Some people have a really hard time with this. When you're at a given rank in Hearthstone, that is not who you're matched against. When you're bronze, you don't play against bronze players. You still play against people at your MMR, which is a hidden value, which roughly correlates to your star bonus, because that's where you finished the last month. That's roughly where your MMR should be. So if you're like a 9 star bonus player, which I think I am this month because I finished Diamond 5 last month, I'm going to be queuing up against other Diamond 5 level players the entire time, even if I'm currently in Platinum. And by the way, this is a Platinum icon, not a Silver icon, which also appears to be confusing to some folks out there. So, like, how much do we greed, right? Can we get away with just Soothsayer Haunt? I think you can get away with just Soothsayer Haunt. I'm gonna save the Solitas Schism for next turn. I think this is fine. I'm just gonna prep again here. I think one of these should be okay for now, and then we pop off like crazy with these, and then you go for Raith, right? If this didn't already have the Reborn, you know, the Haunt would feel a lot better, but I think Haunt's just too clean on Soothsayer. We have at least a little something to do with that extra mana. So there's just a lot of people who think if you're at silver or bronze or whatever that you're playing against bronze level players, and I just like it's just not how it works. Like the you know, the rank 1 legend player, when they start the month, they are not playing against bronze players. They're still playing against high legend players. This is an insane roll. Sewer Imp's fantastic. Clean up that board a little bit. But which I understand why this is confusing, because I don't play enough to, like, you know, we're almost at the end of the month and I have not gotten close to my terminal rank, which is normally around Diamond 5, some months like Diamond 10 or whatever. Expansion months usually higher because I'm playing more than off months. Some off months, honestly, I don't even know if I get to Diamond. So it's like, it's confusing because you might think, oh, maybe if you thought this were a silver icon, you might say to yourself, oh, silver is his terminal rank because we're so late in the month. It's not that, it's just that I haven't played enough, right? So I get it. It's I understand why it's confusing. It's just that's why I'm clarifying. Oh my god, even more life gain. I don't even really need it at this stage. It's too early, but so this can now they can play Quest Guy for 5, right? They don't. Okay. Man, I have a lot of like the opponent is like almost dead. I guess I just heal. I mean, I'm not gonna pivot offline, right? Can they kill me here over the top, I guess is the question. I honestly don't know. It's been so long since I've seen this deck in action. I don't think so, maybe. I mean, they need 7 hits of 4 damage. They don't even have currently, well, they have literally 7 cards in hand, but we know one of them's what's his idiot. So like, I don't know. I mean, this is also a little bit of damage though. How many stingers? They've used a lot of their stingers, so I don't even expect really any hardly over the top damage, to be honest. They should probably kill this first if they're not killing me. They are potentially healing a lot, which is super annoying. Also, my Wraith is like, I don't know, it's not going to be any good because my quest is too good right now, right? Like, in other words, my dudes just aren't dying. I need my dudes to die more. Indeed, this is being targeted. Well, they still haven't played their guy, right? Yeah, those are still just dealing 2 right now. They may think it's just like I don't have time to yet, you know, because I'm like on the back foot so hard, which is probably true. Wow, that's killing some of their life gain. Okay, that's good news. Yeah, nice. All the life gain gone. That's really good news. Okay. This could clear the remaining taunt. It does. Yep. Okay, dude, they are now like, if they have a board at all, Wraith is going to be obscene. Oh, they are just like dead on board unless they answer this. They're just, yep, they're killing themselves there. Okay. Well, I'm kind of sad we didn't get to use Wraith, but you can see how insane it was going to be. I don't know what was in the pool, but I think it was 1 Follow the Ghost. That was going to be like 2 of the quest guys. I think we also had 1 of the 6 drops. So like, even if we didn't, you know, get to trade them in immediately or whatever, it was still going to be a monster board summoned. Of, again, more just insane giant, you know, taunts and reborns and various problems for the opponent. So I think we were in a very, very good spot. All right, yeah, we can do better. Rogue, might be a stealth rogue. It would be cool. Might be scary though. Not sure I love that. Portal Vanguard, something to do at least. Undeath Sentence, not really something to do quite yet. Some of these cards like Undeath Sentence, you know, does Lingering Spirit break them too much? Does it really belong? I don't know. Again, we're not going to solve that today, but just going to get a feel for everything. The way you learn is to play things and get data. Flashback is how you die. Jeez Louise. Yeah. I have at least Portal Vanguard next turn. Soothsayer on 4. That's going to help us recover a little bit. Undeath Sentence remains really good in that case. So, ooh, it is Stealth Rogue. Wow. Do they leave that stealth or do they rip it immediately, right? That's the question. Probably depends a little bit on follow-ups. Yeah, we can keep that guy. That's fine. It's something to do. It's healing. We want to go through the Soothsayer train first, probably on Undeath Sentence, because I think it's so much better. But after that, oh, you definitely attack now. Dang, dude. Great value trade on the 1/3 here. I need a Medivh's Triumph really bad. Really bad. Oh my god, it's going face. Wow. Man, they're not even trading. Oh, no. That kills. I was like, they're not even trading the 2/1. But that kills. They're fine. Actually, I just like, Medivh's Triumph might even be enough. Dude, that 6/5 is insane. Just dying here, man. Undeath Sentence is quite good now, though. Haunt also gives Taunt, which is a hilarious rhyme. Oh my god, that's just, like, forget it, dude. I'm giga dead. I mean, literally just the most dead anyone's ever been. This is lethal. Oh my god, dude. Wow, days. I honestly forgot that's even a card, if I'm being real. Wow. That was just a murder. I just got taken out back and shot. That was gross, dude. Stealth Rogue, is it real? Is that real? All right, yeah, we can keep Follow the Ghosts. It's cheap enough. Like, a Priest Mirror match here is gonna be interesting. I feel like this is gonna come down to who gets a quest done first, right? This might be one where I, oh my god, it's Azalina Priest. Holy crap. I was gonna say this might be one where I don't want to play Lingering Spirits because they might poison my pool too much. I really think Follow the Ghosts and Lingering Spirit just don't belong here. I think Slime'em and Wraith do. They make sense to me. I don't hate Follow the Ghost because it's a shadow spell, but I just don't think you need Lingering Spirit much at all. But Slime'em is just a crazy combo with your dudes. With your quest dudes, you know, and then Wraith as well, like just that instant board is sometimes nuts, which, you know, I will say Wraith is kind of better with all these other Reborns in some ways because you always have enough dudes, like, you know, you're gonna get some bodies back, you don't have to wait for quest or anything. Other times if you're in quest, you kind of wish you weren't poisoning the pool with so many little dudes. Now, Imbue Priest can definitely grind us out. The 40 health as well, you know, is a bigger challenge for us to work through when it comes to all our dudes. So that's a little bit stressful. We're just gonna go ahead and prepare this. And go face. The face attack obviously does nothing, but we don't care. It's what we got. So, Lingering Spirit, it's probably fine next turn. Even with the hold them off, I don't really care too much if it dies or whatever. It's no problem. Hold them off now, suddenly on the body here, even better. We got a guy left, so that's pretty nice. We could also go follow as well, too, eh? Well, you really wanted to hit hold them off first, I guess. No! But it's okay. Still 2 dudes is good. Quest is advancing is the important thing, right? So you're 2/4, 2/4. Got 1 of each. Hand is admittedly quite dead right now, to be honest. This deck does feel like if you don't hit Gravedawn Sunbloom, you're just a little too light on draw. I even actually hit a card draw card already with Mend is the scary thing. I guess the curve has been fairly low though. But some cards are just kind of stuck in hand, right? Like Slime'em is stuck. Schism sometimes, kind of shaky. Lingering Spirit's fine, I guess. Lingering into hold them off is probably okay this next turn. Prepare by 1. So that likely is, well, I don't know. Could be one of my guys too, right? We don't actually know. Could be one of my guys for sure. Yeah, this seems good. I might just start going face, by the way. Now that I have a taunt up. I can't clear both anyway, right? If I could clear both, I might consider that. Because, like, I know they're going to get an 8/8 this turn, probably off that prepare. That's my guess. I mean, it could also be my Soothsayer, but worst case, attacking into me is an 8/8, I think. And then they have 3 mana remaining. If it's a Soothsayer, it, of course, is also playable, but that's the whole turn. So these 3/3s are pretty unimpactful then. So I don't know, they might be a little stuck here. I like this chip damage to face, by the way. Very relevant, honestly. Super relevant. Because we're just marching towards even more damage, particularly with Slime'em, right? Oh, Shadow of Ruins nuts, though. That's so good, actually. Dang, dude. It is kind of their whole turn, it looks like, but dang, still so good. We are going to have yet another body for hold them off, though, so that might be the move. Although, I don't know, these trades also look okay. You got Lingering Spirit, hold them off. But I'd rather just send it face if I can. Is that a Mend? Probably my Mend or Power Word Shield, eh? Most targeted, so, well, either way, yeah, we don't know. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go face again. I think, obviously we're leaving them a trade, but I just need all that chip damage for my win condition to really materialize, because they're gonna outvalue us late. We know that. So this is actually enough to finish Guy, but I don't really want to use the Slime'em just yet. So hopefully we find another cheap shadow spell, of course. And then you could wait for a 9 mana turn, to be honest. I don't know if it's worth it. There it was indeed, the hold them off. Yep, okay. That math is not good for them still here, though, unfortunately. But they can heal a ton, so that does suck, I guess. Math a little better. So, that's scary. This could kill this, though. Like, this could deny another. Come on, hit it. Nice. Very nice. Whoa, Minesweeper, though, is nuts. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Nice. Mend, but I have... Oh, my God. No, I have nothing to target. Unbelievable. Dude, this deck has... I think the biggest problem with this deck, and I'm not even sure that's... I don't think I made this like worse, for instances. I so often have so many cards that want to target things, but I have nothing to target. I think that's just true of the base version too, to be honest. I'm trying to go to HS Replay right now to look, but it's acting funny. Here we go. Quest Priest. I mean, there just aren't... I don't think I'm like missing any minions, Twilight Influence can technically make a minion. There's a Xavius, but I also added, Follow the Ghost. I have more minions off that, really, realistically. So there's just like a lot of cards that get dead. I mean, it's particularly annoying the opponent didn't have anything that turn. So actually that last guy hitting face kind of went really, really south, but Portal Vanguard, honestly, yes, I just need more stuff. Honestly, yes. I need cards. Soothsayer, that's fine, sure. I mean, honestly though, at this stage, like Wraith is pretty good because we're like gonna be done with quest. Maybe we greet a Wraith. Just because again, we gotta win before the game gets too long. We don't want this to stretch on forever. Okay, well, solved for us, I guess, eh? Soothsayer again. We're gonna go ahead and keep cycling because I really want to find that cheap shadow spell here. Would be awesome if I could have played a shadow spell this turn, you know, an undeath or something would have been amazing. Keeping this up though is a little better for Medivh's, I guess, technically. So like I said, I can go slime him and play the Solitas. It could be worth it, but you'd just vastly prefer playing this afterwards, you know? Just 1,000 times better afterwards. Especially like all at once. What I would really love to do next turn is like Medivh's, Soothsayer, Undeath. I want a 1-cost shadow spell specifically. Wow, that thing's nuts. They're back to 40, good lord. Behemoth Mask. Okay, I just really want to find that shadow spell right now. Holy Embrace will do it. Okay. That's good news, actually. We're kind of taking a downturn here, but it's like it's kind of a cycle turn as well, right? So that's okay. Just really, now like next turn we set up like crazy. How much is this if I discount right now? It's 3 off, so it's gonna cost 4. No, if I'm next turn I'm definitely gonna go Solitas plus Slime 'em, right? So I might as well draw this turn. Might find another 1 cost to play Undeath Sentence. Yeah, that could be. I mean, I think you just want to save this and try to hit the Solitas later, right? So now I kind of hope they build a big board that I can wipe with my Solitas. I'll deal 10 to face already. Wouldn't describe this as a big board, but I mean, I guess it's commit one more thing. No, dude, no, not like this. I wanted one more guy. Okay, slam him, bada boom, deal 10. Do you go ahead and try to deal 15 or not? I mean, it deals at least, well, it could heal me for 3, but it might deal another 5. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Nice. Okay. So that was a quick 15. There's 10 more here, of course. Now you have Ectoplasm Slime 'em again, which deals another, you know, at least 10. Shadowward Ruin. Oh my god, they're kind of dying, dude. They're kind of dying. If I got a Medivh's Triumph here, I could kill them next turn outside of any healing, I guess, right now. Or just any way to kill one of my guys, I mean. Right? It would almost be worth. I'm thinking like, you know, Undeath Sentence could do it, but it might be nice. Holy Embrace, actually, I think we would not have enough mana for that to get to the Shadow, right? Oh, that guy does heal, though. So that changes the math a little bit. Okay, we're probably just going to go Schism right now. Well, hold up. I can go Schism copy and still... Oh, no, that's too much. It's an 11 cost turn. So I don't think you slime since it's not a lethal hit just yet, right? I think you just go Schism. Discount this guy or whatever for later. Now you got 3 of these bad boys. If they, you know, if they don't sufficiently deal with all this, we still have the slime 'em that can go face really hard later, right? That's the thing. But I am now like, well, no, I have Wraith still, actually. I was gonna say I'm kind of out of these guys, but that's not true. We still have Wraith for another whole cycle. We got 7 cards in deck, so he frankly can't be that far away. Not a lot of card draw though, so that hurts. 1 card draw card, so it could literally take 7 turns, 6 turns, I guess. Whatever. Blessing first, digging for like, probably digging for some kind of like silence or something, you know, some kind of weird answer. I love their card back, by the way. That's a fantastic card back. It has a ton of depth, beautiful colors. It's not like doing too much. Some card backs just do too much, I think. Like have too many components, too many elements. That one's nicely balanced. Beautiful card back. Wow, Power Word Shield, just digging for answers, man. It's like, it's a crazy hard board to answer, right? It's just so much. Because like as you're answering it, you're dying, you know? It's really hard. Mending for more answers. I don't think my deck really has good answers. Like Medivh's is not good enough. Soothsayer is a start, I guess. So Soothsayers, I think you just trade in first, right? because you're very likely to be able to hit face for 16 here. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is 100% always lethal, right? But, slime them, baby. This is crazy. Boom, 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 dude. So much stuff. I have Medivhs. I could have dealt another 10 here, actually. Man, oh man. So many hits. I could have gone Ectoplasm again, too, for another board. Like, man, dude. It's a crazy game, actually. That's a home run game right there. That's nuts. That's cool. And now a word from our sponsor. Yeah, did you know I've been using the exact same deck tracker for 8 years now? It's the Hearthstone deck tracker by hsreplay.net, and I use the legacy theme, which people always ask me about because they love the way it looks. But for real, I checked. My very first video using Hearthstone deck tracker was Quest Warlock in Journey to Unguro. Hey Regis, what is the card add-on you have in the background? This is Hearthstone deck tracker. That is an amazing run. You know, from day one, I've used it to remember which cards are in my deck, a surprisingly difficult thing to do when you're streaming. But nowadays, it has all of these just crazy advanced features. You can hover over any card to see its related cards or tokens it might generate, or just highlight any possible synergies from your deck, which is especially nice for tutored card draw. There are tons of live counters that help you keep up with your opponent's cards and win conditions. And for me personally, the Mulligan guide is super useful to plan your early turns. So yeah, if you somehow haven't downloaded Hearthstone deck tracker in the last 8 years of watching me, I think it's finally time to download it right now for free at hsreplay.net. You might even find a handsome fellow on their website.